Yo!
Oh, hello, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. That's right. OJ Power Hour. We're back again. Episode 5. We're still going strong. Boy, oh boy. Man, we got a great show lined up for you tonight. We got
Oh,
some
yeah.
got a great guest, and man, there's been a lot going on. This has been a
Holy.
busy week in the community. Oh man.
This has
But Jay,
absolutely just been a crazy week in general.
I was gonna say, Jay, it's been a crazy week in general, bud. You've had some weather issues, and you got a
Survived the
going
tornado
on.
last night. We're all good.
That's good. I mean, we don't want to have any problems there at all. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're still here. Glad you're still with us. Glad we're still able to stream. It's been it's been a crazy week. Like, what's been going on in the server in general? Well, the Platy Party has ended. We have the Platypus Prime coming up very soon. That's right. We got Budgemano. Got a great interview coming up. The Derby has started, man, and I have been keeping an eye on this. Whoo, man, I am so glad I am no longer a duck. I will tell you that
it's been crazy.
That's what Dark Moon has said. Dark Moon said, "You know you're a vet when you keep saying no part of this Duckling Derby, no part." Not only that, there's been some work done to the randomizer as a whole.
Yep.
We have a big update on the wiki that we're going to discuss later on. Got big shouts to Dark Moon for reorganizing everything, and a great new section about learning to play for all you new players.
Oh yeah,
really excited about that. That's a great thing to see go live. And again, all the credit. Dark Moon spent a lot of time writing that thing, and it is
like 2 weeks or something on that thing. It was awesome.
It's great. Like, I'm compared to the old kind of mishmash we had. I remember when I started playing. Oh, was it still Groggy Dogs?
I still use Groggy Dogs. So
yeah, it was.
It's been a while.
Groggy Dogs. That thing is. It was great at the time, but it is far out of date now. I mean, that was when blurstings weren't a thing. So, you're going far back, but you gotta love that we're still trying to keep things current. The Lefanian ladder also started this week.
That started up yesterday, didn't it?
It did. It was a race. I can't say anything too much about it other than that, because there's still people that have to run it. But I'll say it was a race. I raced it. You know what? Fun fact: that was the first time I've ever used the randomizer's internal racing bot. First time. I've been racing for almost 2 years now.
Never used the bot on the Discord?
No, I've never used the Discord bot. I actually had to look up the commands to how to start and finish, and it didn't matter because all I needed to find was the forfeit button.
I don't think I've used it since co-op last year, but still.
And co-op's still coming in the future too. I mean, we got to look forward. There's a lot to look forward to coming up. Ooh, man, so much coming. But
it's going to get busy around here pretty soon.
This is the busy time of year. I mean, the winter tournament has passed us. The Platy Party has come to its conclusion, and now it's time for the Derby. But I'd say this. Unless you got anything else you want to add, my friend, I think this is a great time we can cut to an ad, and then we will be right back with our special guest tonight. That's right, the Platypus Prime of 2024. Budgemano is here to answer some questions. Right back after this.
Every day, in every dungeon, countless chests are opened and treasures removed, rooms entered and items stolen. Theft is up, your GP and items are at risk. It can and will happen to you. How do you feel safe? How do you take back the power? Warmech Security Services. Warmech Security Services are now offering the well-known Sky Castle experience to you, the home user. Now your treasures can be protected by the powerful War Machine of Lore. You want thunder, you've got it. You need a Cure 4 to clean up those fiends, we can provide. For a limited time only, you get to choose the armament of your personal robot of terror. Act now and we will throw in, free of charge, Stone Touch. Your death robot will have a chance to create your own Light Warrior Garden statue. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Crime is up. Trap tiles will not cut it anymore. Peace of mind is just a nuclear away. Call Warmech Security Services and get the robot you need at the price that's right for you. Warming Security Services not available in all areas. Company not liable for damage to property or neighbors. Not approved for protection of families or children. Do not use Warmec as a flotation device. Warranty void upon opening of the mech.
Alrighty.
We're back, and we are joined in the booth by our Platypus Prime of 2024, Budgemano. Budgemano, thanks for stopping by to give us a little chat. We're really happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I've been loving the show so far, so honored
thank you.
you invited me on. So.
Oh, absolutely. We would love to make sure that everyone gets their 5 minutes of fame for winning a tournament. And hey, Bloody Purdy, still a tournament, still worth a win. So Phoenix shouting out Frando representing.
Can't win Fall League, but we'll win here. We'll take it.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us can win Fall League. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. It's coming again. It's coming. Don't you worry. It's going to be another great year. I'm looking forward to it. But let's get to some questions, Budge. Let's start off with the obvious one that we ask everybody. How'd you find the Final Fantasy randomizer? How'd you end up doing some racing?
So I started watching him on YouTube probably, I think it was Spring Tournament 2021. My brother actually introduced me to him. He had been watching him and told me about him. I was like, that sounds stupid. Like, who watches other people play video games? I never heard of a randomizer. And I started watching him. I was like, this is fantastic. This is awesome. And I don't know if I heard about the Derby before I joined the Discord or after, but that was sort of my gateway. I was watching Spring Tournament 21 and then kind of came in right after that, did the Derby that summer for my first time through. So did pretty middling there. But it was a lot of fun. So that's sort of the YouTube videos. It was Will Cleosis on comms probably is what really sucked me in. It was the newer people have seen him, but those are, he can really call a chaos fight. So
that is going far back. I do remember some of those days a long time ago. I'm looking at the Derby right here where you were 2022, it appears.
So my first Derby was the 2021 was the first one I did, and I looked up. I finished 12th. So I had a couple blown ups in Topher. I remember that first one did not go well, that first race. And then what I ended up doing was put myself out there and joined a Fall League team. So I, brand new duck, had done really poorly in not poorly in the Derby, sort of middle of the pack. I was hoping to do better. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to try Fall League. And got on a team with a couple other ducks, ADR, another guy who's more of a Link to Pass guy, he's not around anymore. And then Gouda, I think was the original Duckling Supreme. And I think that really stretched me, improved my game, playing those crazy Fall League flags and having the team chat and everything. And then, it was the January 2022 Derby. Ended up winning that one. So that was, you could definitely see the improvement there.
Yeah, you actually tied with Phoenix in your group.
Yeah, he's still upset about that.
Well, he's in chat now. I'm sure he remembers that.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
You were third, second, first, and third. And he was first, fifth, third, and first.
Yeah. It was very close. And then, that final, I remember that. I'm trying to remember what the flags were. It was probably a winter tree flag. I remember that just went. Sometimes you have those races that just everything goes right for you. Right. You make the right 50-50 calls, you get the good luck on the RNG, and that's sort of what happened there. And that was awesome. So it was a lot of fun. The Derby, win or lose, it's always a lot of fun. The races are quick, they're speedy. There's a lot of camaraderie between the ducks and the vets cheering you on. So I've always loved watching the Derby now on the other side. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm glad not to be in it because there's some scary racers coming up.
There are.
Absolutely. Oh, totally. No, I'm glad I had some rough ones in mind, and I remember it very well. And I'm looking at this latest coup, and I was like, you know what? No, just no. I don't want to deal with that.
The joke's always the Derbies to teach the newbies how to beat us, and I'm afraid we're taking that too seriously.
It's true.
It's true. I'm generally concerned. It's like these guys are getting crazy good, crazy fast. But you ended up getting your win, like you said, in you were 2020.
Yeah, that we used to run 2 derbies.
Yeah,
So
you were
it
the
was
January
winter
class.
derby. Yeah.
So you decided to go with your duckling as an imp. I gotta say, I'm a huge fan personally. I do like it. It's different, and the green color just it works for me. It really
Pops.
does.
Yeah, so I I had a lot of thoughts on what I was going to pick there. And when I first joined the server, I had a Moogle as my little icon for the Discord because Final Fantasy 3 as a kid was always the one I played it nonstop. Love that game, still do.
Mhm.
So I threw the Moogle up there, but then Jay, you have a Moogle. I think Hate
And-
had a Moogle already, a Moogle duck. So I
Yep,
was like, all
yep.
right, I can't do that. What am I going to do? Thought about the Kefka duck, and then I thought, you know what? I always love that little imp. Like, there's that little
Yeah.
scene he walks out to teach you about things, and he falls on his face. Like, I love that guy. So yeah, that's what I went with, and Darkmoon did a great job. So
Mhm.
I already reached out to him about the Platy sprite. I want to get another platypus EMP. He's already got the bill. So if
Nice.
I gave him some
Oh,
more
wow.
ideas, I'm gonna trust him again to sort of take his artistic talents because I don't have much artistic talent or sort of that eye for design. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with. But yeah, I think it'll probably still be that green little green guy.
Absolutely. I again, major shout outs to Dark Moon. He gave all of us our ducks. He gives all of us our
Mhm.
platypi. Platypi, yeah. He certainly does a lot of work to definitely keep us all with really great looking avatars.
I
So
think the entire
you
Discord is going to be us one day. Everyone's got a duck.
Everyone's a duck. Yep,
I
pretty much.
mean, to be fair, someone once told me that the ducks are plentiful, but the platypi are rare. If he's out there, he knows who he is.
Yeah.
So have you had a chance to take a look at any of the derby so far?
I watched the first race. I think the Sunday morning one's a little tough for me to catch, but I
That's
watched a lot of
that's a hard
that
one.
first
So
one. And
seeing as how you managed to already get your um you were Duckling Supreme
mhm.
and now you're Platypus Prime, what advice do you have for the runners right now? Because I mean, you've held both of the titles.
So I guess the strategy was a little different between the Derby and then the Platy Party because for the Derby, the one I won, I did so many practice seats. I just
Mhm.
raced a lot. And for the Platy Party, I didn't practice at all. I just 3 races, first, second, first, it worked. But I wouldn't recommend that for the Ducks. I think one thing I would really recommend is even if you can't join the races live, all the pickup races that happen, um, and there's not as many going on right now, maybe. But what I did a lot is I would join the race room to spectate and grab the flags, and then
Mhm.
those are the ones I would run async, and then I could check my time against them. So you're at least getting the practice in on your own schedule, but you can get that feedback of, all right, how did I do compared to these other people, these vets, these other ducks? You can check the post race spoiler, room and see if there were any comments. It's always better to join them live, but I think that's
Mhm.
if you're going to practice, I think that's a good way to do it.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's no substitute for just running seats really, and you get into these scenarios. You get a feeling for, what are my win conditions? When am I ready to go into Topher before, it blows up on my face? And sometimes it's just going to happen. There's no way you can stop
Oh,
it.
totally
Chaos is
true.
going to nuke you. But, that's
Well,
why. And then for people who are going to stick around, I think something like Fall League is a really good way to also
oh
grow
yeah.
your game. The duck
Absolutely.
flags, they're very good flags. They're competitive flags, but they're on I won't say straightforward, but they're more normal, I guess. And then the
Mhm.
fall league is where it gets crazy, and that's where you can really try new things, get on a team with a vet. Phoenix is talking about feedback. Yeah, feedback is fantastic. I want feedback again this year. But I think that the big difference between my first derby and second derby that I won, one is just a little more experience with the game, but I think the fall league experience was a big part of that.
Yeah, I can
Yep.
vouch for that myself. I did the same thing. I went in the derby, got kicked out of the derby for being too good, and now I can't go back and can't get a title. But as soon as I did, when Fall League came around, I was part of the planning committee. But I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try. So I put my name out there, and I think it was Hate that pinged me and said, "You want to join Bubble Soda Co?" Absolutely, I do. Yes. And then I look at the room. I'm just like, what am I doing here? Like
Yeah.
these are three veteran runners and racers. These are people that I think are really good. Like, are you sure you want to take me? But do it. Like if a team reaches out to you, take it.
Yeah,
I
Like
don't know.
you're not wrong.
I don't know what your guys' experience with your teams are, but like you said earlier, we have our own private chat and stuff, and then it'll go back. It's like, hey, will you watch back my seed? And I know on our chat, Fizzle will go through it and go, well, at this time you did this, and this time you did this, and then he'll start yelling at me in like chat. He's like, I did this 3 days ago. Why are you yelling at me? But yeah,
You can't do it live. But yeah, even like, and that's the thing. Like, even if you as ducklings, and I'm sure you guys would back me up on this, form your own party. Like, if you really want to, form your own team. The more racing you get, the better.
Okay. Yeah, definitely new all ducklings. I'm sure there's also always the option of just looking for teams, and somebody will grab you.
Yep,
You
that's
a team that has a couple of vets, a couple of ducks. It's a great way to learn. It's a great way to meet more people. It's a great way to, the fall league is the the tournament that really showcases the breadth of the randomizer, all the crazy different things we can do.
Yep.
So that it's my favorite. I'm really looking forward to fall league this year.
Yeah,
well, if nothing else, just the camaraderie. Like, hey, you're all doing this together. You roll this really bad seed. Now you're all just going to gripe at it together. It's like, yep, I did that too.
Yep, and I mean it really gives you an opportunity to test new things and to see how you react to different situations. Fall League has grown on me a lot. It's like this is fun. This is great. I cannot wait to go back next year. And I agree with you, Budge. If you're a duck and you get the opportunity, give it a shot. It's fun. It's really great.
And I'll say the same thing for the Lefane League, the ladder, I forget what we call it now, going on. Like there's some strange flags in there too. So
I can vouch for that. Our resident, I think he was last 2 weeks ago. We had Mr. Ale on to talk about his seed crafting capabilities. So, yeah, I can say that I have definitely run a nail seed. That happened.
Yeah,
and that's all I can say.
I'm so scared of those, but yes, they should be great.
Phoenix pointing it out. Yep, right there.
Flags.
Pain. Ale flags. Pain. Yep, it's ale seed or ale flags. Tomato. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
The answer is yes. So, Budge. So I guess the next question on the agenda is what's next for you? You now have both of the starting titles. Are you going for dab co-op? Maybe try to take the winter tournament down next year.
I would really love to finally beat Chanigan in a bingo league. Yeah, I've had a couple second places to him. That would be maybe my next goal. I don't know if it's going to happen, but
everyone seems to go after Chanigan when it comes to this stuff.
I think there's been multiple times I've lost in the finals to Chanigan for a bingo event. So, and maybe there'll be some bingo coming up if we get our act together and get something out.
Yeah, we need to get on that.
Oh, that's right, because Chanigan was the one that beat me in week 2 in the play party. Now he doesn't count because he's already won a tournament. But the fact it's like that was my measuring stick. It's like he beat me, not by much.
It's a tough measuring stick though. Chanigan's very good,
very tough measuring stick.
Yeah.
Oh, no question. He's. I think I was just under 2 minutes behind him, and I'm gonna take that as a win in any department.
Yeah,
because Chanigan's a great racer, but I guess
go ahead.
I
was gonna say for up next. I mean, I'm just gonna race everything. That's what I do. And once it comes out, it's do I do this? Do I have time? And then I sign up. So I don't know why I kid myself. So I'll be there.
I know it's the same with me in the ladder. It's like, well, it's async. I can do it at my own pace, and then all of a sudden, you got Chanigan and Wild being like, "Hey, we're doing a race all together." It's like, yeah, I like pain. I'll do this.
Well,
and then who shows up? Then who shows up in the race to race with us? And it's Ale. It's like, oh, come on.
To branch on something you kind of said a little bit ago, for anyone who does want to know, race time keeps the flags that we do. So, like, if you ever want to go back, it's like, hey, there was a race last night. I couldn't make it there, but you still want to race it and see how you ranked with everyone else. Go back to race time. Look at some of the archives. Like, there's a plethora of seeds there that you can see how other runners have done with it.
Absolutely. You can always go back.
Years.
Oh, it does. Like, I've found old flags in there. Like all the old Derby flags from last year are there. As Phoenix said, it's fun to go back to the Derby. Yeah, it is sometimes. Until you end up finding stuff that you didn't want to find again. It's like, oh right, I remember where I running this flag. I remember where I screwed up.
I
Awesome.
should go back and see if I can find like the first flag set. Like I would have no clue what it was. I'd have no clue where things are again, and see if I can beat my old
Well,
time.
That's not even just that. You're talking about going back in time with the randomizer to an older version. Like,
Once you got all the speed hacks, as long as they're speedboat, it's playable.
I
I
don't
don't
even
think
remember.
Speedboat would have been those.
I don't know. That's the thing. I am legitimately surprised Ale did not turn that off or something.
That's would be something.
I'm pretty sure my first derby we were still using SLR.
Yeah, I think you
SRL. So excuse me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
those are the bad old days. Some would say.
Oh, because
think
I remember setting up an account for this. Yeah.
I remember when I first started just running. I know blur syncs weren't a thing, and I don't even think that the auto sort was a thing.
Auto sort was not. I remember like there being a fight about auto sort.
Yeah, I think anyone who's been around long enough remembers the auto sort debates. But I gotta ask, Budge. I don't remember, and I'm sure you'll tell me. What team are you with on Fall League this year, or last year, or whatever year?
Brando.
Oh, that's right.
You were for Fathers Forgetting Reality and basically doubling on rack, something like that. Double dipping on rack. I don't know.
Wait, was it an acronym?
Yeah, it's an acronym. It means something.
It is actually an acronym. I did not know that.
It's mostly Frando, but it does actually stand for something. But yeah, it's me and Phoenix, ADR, and AL subbed in last year for Gouda. So we'll see if we run it back this year. But it was it's a good group. Fun team.
I don't want to race you guys. I am a diehard Bubbles Soda Co. member, and I will be until the day that they kick me out or the team no longer exists. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we come back strong this year. Really, really, really hoping we are. And
yeah,
Phoenix and Chad,
we keep losing to Temple of Friends and semis. I want to do the relay race on that.
Old Temple of Friends.
Temple of Friends. They're too good. Too good.
You can be right there with Trash Island, who always burns down, in semis.
I don't even think we made it. I don't even think we made it to semis last year, to be honest. But you know what? It was so much fun to see some flags that you never see turned on and some weird ways to play the game. And with all the stuff that's being added to the randomizer in the course of a year, you're gonna have some weird stuff there too.
I bet there's gonna be some crazy alt fiends in Fall League this year.
I
expect.
I'm really, really hoping. But that's just because I'm biased. And again, big shout outs to Dark Moon for doing all the art for that and finding the mistakes that we made. We definitely one pixel will break the game. It happened a couple of times.
Details.
Piddling details. They're not a huge deal. Not a huge deal until it breaks the game, and then Shanigan finds it and says, this is wrong and this is broken. This is broken. This is broken. It's like, oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's not so great.
Well, so we kind of talked about your things coming up next, but you mentioned Fog League. I know you're having some bingo chats too. So what is your next plan? Bingo, like you said, hopefully, or?
Yeah, I think it's the marathon and then co-op. It's somewhere in there, hopefully bingo. I know we've been trying to get shout out if anybody's interested in doing a bingo event during the marathon, trying to get together like a co-op bingo event going on. So if you're interested in that, reach out to Phoenix is sort of taking the point there. So ask him. He's a mod. You can DM whenever you want. Bother him. But I think that, and then probably co-op again. Probably the next big thing. See if Phoenix wants to run it back. And
who do you default to with your co-op partner? Do you have one yet?
Phoenix and I have done it the last 2 years, I think.
Okay.
In the team, so it's co-op's always fun. And then if we can get bingo going on.
Do you happen to call yourselves punny me, punny you? Because I would not put that past Phoenix.
Or the punishing platypi.
Punishing platypi, I like that too.
So,
I mean, you do have the title. I mean,
yeah, I guess we earned it now.
Yeah,
I'll put a little crown on my guy on the logo. It's two platypi fighting, so I'll put a crown on mine.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Hey, but that's the thing. I mean, you one up on everybody else because some of us can't go back and get Duckling Supreme title anymore, unfortunately. But I'm gunning next year for that
You can get
title
that
of
blog
Platimus
post.
Prime. I guess, I mean, to be fair, we were 1 and 2, and I knew if you showed up and you didn't like come third, I was not beating you. I was not gonna get
It
that
was
title.
close. It was close. I was nervous going into that race.
It
But,
was real close. I mean, the only thing that could have made it even more of a complete crapshoot was Caleb.
yeah,
Because
if Caleb came in, that would have been fun.
Caleb,
It's too bad he couldn't.
it
But
sucks. It does. Because he ran more winter tournament seats than anybody, and I mean
mhm.
anybody. That guy was pinging all day and all night. Hey, winter tournament, winter tournament. It's like, God.
It was awesome.
It was great. It was great to see, and
You get those like 7 a.m. pings from Caleb and Kumo
yep,
racing. What are you guys doing? It's crazy.
it's 7 in the morning on a Thursday.
When Fox is
But
doing all those, yeah. Take up the
yeah,
torch. Keep it going.
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
you got to do. I mean, those pickup races can really get you past the nerves, and like, I
Oh, yeah.
mean, I I don't know about
Mhm.
you, Budge, but that last Platy Party race, I mean, I had some nerves
Oh yeah.
going into it.
That heart rate when you go into Tokyo, even on like a weekly, that means nothing. But when you're in
Yeah.
a tournament, like
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
the adrenaline. It's fun. And yeah, it's if you're new, your first few races, it can kind of affect you, miss clicks and everything. So it's good to get those jitters out.
Well, you say that. You remember? Do you remember what I said on the stream and why I screwed up? Because I remember what I did.
What did you do?
I threw out the power bonk.
Oh no.
Yes.
I was in Mirage. I had just found I had picked up something. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pick this up, and every so often I lose track of where my cruiser is and power bonk thrown out. I was like, well,
I think my
if I
worst misclick to the nerves was my first spring tournament in a pod race against Life Reboot. I misstepped off Lich 2. Had to refight Lich 2,
oh,
and I lost by about 10 seconds.
oh,
So that was frustrating.
I
But yeah.
I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure it's bound to happen.
Don't say
at
that. Don't
least.
say that. You will.
Go down the stairs and then heal. That's down the stairs and then heal.
Yeah, yeah. Don't heal in the same room as Lich. He's still technically there. He might, and it's Lich. He's not a threat, but he is a time
annoying.
sink.
Sometimes, yeah.
He's a time sink. It's like finding wolves with heal 3. They come in packs and they don't go away.
Just don't get to Chaos Floor and reset, please.
I haven't done that. Not yet.
Oh,
I've
please.
I've done some. We've all done that. I mean, to be fair, we've all gone in and
Mhm.
done our runs, and it's like, all right, save, and you hit the reset button
Yep.
2 frames
Yep.
before the save takes effect, and
Yep.
you're out.
So many times. Forgetting to swap the ribbon. Yep.
Swap the ribbon.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a big
Keeping
one
the
too.
X-Cal on for chaos. There's a lot of
Yeah,
those
I've
things
done
we've all
that.
done many times.
We have.
Or worse, leaving the ribbon on your black belt and nothing else.
Yes, because then
Why is
you
he getting
lose
hit
your.
so hard?
Why is he dying all the time? Oh,
It's got
Yeah.
one absorb.
Oh,
Whoops.
I forgot I had that on that because the eye had an insta-kill and now I forgot to take it off.
yep.
Yeah.
Even look, even the vets of this game will tell you we've all done this. Everyone at least once or twice has done that thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. Oh, nuts. Well, that's just great.
Mhm.
Well, Jay, do you have anything else for Budge, or should we move
Not
on to the
much
the
more. Let's
pulp?
move on to some of the pulp.
All
Maybe we can
right,
get something
Budge.
here.
So I'm sure you've seen the show. You know how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
You get your chance at the questions, and we'll see what you got. So we'll start off with the obvious one: black belt, yes or no?
Depends. I prefer fighter, but I'll take a
So
black
that's
belt.
okay. Would you prefer a Vorpal or a katana?
Katana. Vorpal's the coolest looking sword, but katana all day.
It is cool, and apparently it tastes the best. White mage or red mage?
Probably white mage.
Hey, all right, another white mage level. I like seeing that. Fighter or thief?
Nowadays the thief. But
Thief
agility
is the
buff's too good.
yeah. The thief is kind of the
I
meta
like the
now.
double though. Thief fighter with 2 mages is I think my favorite party now. Right now.
What is the one change you don't like to the overworld? Proc gen, deep dungeon, no overworld. I
No
suppose we could actually.
world with entrance floor.
I was going to say, we can also add an entrance floor
Yeah.
shuffle because it's not there and it should be. But
Yeah.
yes, no overworld with entrance floor is
That's just too confusing.
Oof.
My brain doesn't work.
Oh, I
And
didn't
it
even
does-
realize you could put that flag on with that.
That
Oh,
was a
Oh, you
poly,
you
oh,
can.
poly flag.
That's that is how and there's Phoenix saying it, that's how
Yep.
Lake Shun became a thing. They don't
yeah.
play nice. They don't play nice together currently.
It's very hard to keep track of where you are.
Oh, it is so
Very,
difficult.
very hard.
I've done it, and it's just like, where am I going? I don't know. Anyway, what was your favorite addition or change to the randomizer?
I think Proc Gen Overworld is really fun, really cool. I
Procter.
like that a lot.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. What's your personal favorite flag to see turned on?
Personal favorite flag. I think entrance floor. I just love playing entrance floor.
Entrance floor. All right. That's a new one. We haven't
Just
heard
not
that
with
one
no
before.
overworld.
No,
No.
either regular map or Proc Gen, just with a map, please. Overworld.
All right. TFCC or TFC Earth?
Which is worse.
Yeah, which would you hate to go to if you knew that they're
TFC Earth. I never go to sea anyways, so TFC Earth.
All right. I think you've already alluded to this. If you had to take a party, what's your go-to party to run with?
Right now, it depends on the flags, but Thief, Fighter, White, Black, depending on blue scenes, is probably what I'll take.
Like in the white myself. Okay. How do you navigate Sky fourth floor?
Left, up.
Okay, that's close. Someone will eventually say the correct answer, but we're not there
Yeah,
yet.
right,
It's
up.
right here. Left, up.
It's up, left.
You're already holding left. Already holding left.
All right. What is one thing you would love to see added to the randomizer in the future?
That's a good question.
Tough one.
Yeah. I think the additional alt fiends will be pretty fun. I'm excited for that. I do like Transmoog. I like the idea of that. I'd like to see that expanded upon and have maybe more ability to pick the specific classes in a flag string or in a flag.
Or, fixed. It's
Something
stable or
Yeah.
all right. Now we get to the fun ones. One of my personal favorite questions. What's the history behind your username, Budgemano?
So I've had the nickname Budge since I was like a toddler. It's like always been the name. And I had a few uncles who would call me like Budgeman. And I think probably around junior high when I was starting to create usernames online, I added the O for style, or I don't know why I added the O, but then that sort of stuck around for a long time. So when I joined the Discord, I was like, I need a username. Let's use the one I always use, and so there you go.
It's stuck.
That's
Yep.
great. All right, so now it's time for the random question. We kind of got the answer to this already, but I believe that as the Platypus Prime, you are entitled to both an avatar and a layout from
Ooh,
the
do I
great.
get a layout?
I think you get a bonus. I think as the winner you get a bonus because the top 3 get the platypus, but the winner gets a bonus.
I already have a Darkmoon layout from the Derby, so I probably won't task him with something else. But that's the one I use with Temple of Fiends themed. So
But you are gonna go with the traditional with the imp again.
yeah, the avatar should be a little
Excellent.
imp. So and then I'll have them together on the layout. So
Nice.
we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see what he puts together.
You just have the layout
I-
with the two, like the duck and the platy, just standing next to each
Yeah,
other or
they'll be like
something.
fighting. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not very good with my OBS layouts, so it'll be pretty simplistic. But I'll keep them.
Hey, neither am I, to be honest. I mean, mine's pretty simplistic too. But that's great. I mean, once again, a bunch. Really happy to have you on. Is there anything else that you would like to plug or talk about or anything like that? Because the floor is yours.
I just want to say I really love this show. It's cool to see the server trying to branch out and have more programming and meeting the community. It's a lot of fun and glad to be on. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
coming.
We thank you very much. We're happy to have you. We're happy to give the FFR community a different voice that it hasn't had before and to be the cutting edge of this. But yeah, once again, really appreciate it. We're going to cut to, once again, another quick ad break, and then we will be right back with some updates of what's going on in the community.
Nice.
What happened to Canaria? Do you remember when it was a dream city? Jack Garland does. The king wants to rebuild the bridge, allowing Provokans into our city. Provokans from the pirate town. Jack Garland says no. Jack Garland was a knight, but now he wants to be your representative. Monster attacks are on the rise. The sea is not safe. Crop failures are happening all over the land. Canaria needs real change, real leadership. Jack Garland will deliver. Jack Garland won't let the bridge be built. Jack Garland won't let the ruins north of town stay as ruins. He knows the change you need, and he will be there for you. I'm Jack Garland, and I approve this message. Paid for by the committee to elect Jack Garland.
Monster attacks. That's why you have your Wormet guard. Yes, it is.
That's true. They are still taking orders. Some of them are shipping a little late, but yeah, they're still there.
Yeah,
we'll have some new ads in the future. We promise. It's been a bit busy.
Oh, it's been a crazy time. There's more coming. There's a lot more coming in general.
Absolutely, but let's talk about that. How crazy it's been. The Platy party is over. That was a lot of fun. We were both in it. Both had a good time on that, I think.
You did well. I did 8th.
I threw it a power bonk. I'm not happy about that. That one hurt. And it was on stream too. I'm sure somebody noticed and pointed it out.
I don't think anyone noticed until you said it.
Really?
I was wondering, what was he doing?
Being stupid and throwing away the power bonk. I don't need this. We're good. Yeah. Thanks to everyone that participated. It was a lot of fun. I was kind of surprised that I did as well as I did. I'm legit shocked. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
But you've been kind of busy in the background a little bit too. We talked about it a little bit last time, but I think we got some updates to show here.
We do. So
fade this on over. All
right.
I love this one. I'm going to go back one more time. Give me 20 seconds. Ready, steady, go-y. We'll go back to the 3-person one, and I'll put this over here.
Okay. Are we unmuted?
Yeah, we're unmuted.
Okay, so we got to mute. We're done. All right, so Jay's going to do some work in the background to put everything back where it needs to be. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, so so the Alt Fiends have left the alpha testing stage. Had a few screw ups. We had some issues. Huge shout outs to Chanigan for finding them all. And huge shout out to Wildham for finding the bigger one that actually caused more issues, that caused a hanging issue that was not very fun to deal with. But yeah, the Alt Fiends are now live on the beta site. So yeah, right there, beta.finalfantasyrandomizer.com will bring you to the beta site.
There you go.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. You don't need to see all of me. You guys see all my work. So yeah, if you look down, hey, there I'm back. If you look down at the
enemies tab.
Under the enemies tab, sure. And there it is right there. Alternate fiend. So if you check that box, if you check nothing, there is a failsafe where you will end up with just the 4 regular fiends that will shuffle. That's how that works. So you have your choice of pools. You can take from what we call the Final Fantasy 1 bonus fiends. So that's going to be Bicky. That's going to be Bubbles. That's going to be there is some legendary battles from the past that we brought back.
And we can pull them up in
as
a
well.
second to show. Yeah.
Okay. So so there's that. We have the Final Fantasy 2 pool, which again you can pull from Fiends. Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3's pool. Question, Jeff and Bud, just Hooray Dwarf in there? He is not, but he's coming. There will be a quick update to add him. He was one of the ones that for some reason got missed.
Nice.
And Final Fantasy 4's Fiends. For those of you asking, if you are asking, yes, Gilgamesh is still in the game. Currently, he's considered an FF4 Fiend because there's not enough Fiends to do FF5 currently.
But
so
the goal is to get 5 and maybe 6 in soon.
We'd like enough to try to. 6 is going to be difficult. Dark Moon and I have been looking at it, and some of the pixel art is not great. And we've had issues in the past where a single white pixel, one tiny white pixel, will cause the image to go all corrupt, and it's fun to look at, but it doesn't do anything.
But you can't actually use it.
You can fight it. It just looks horrible. It doesn't look good. But yeah, these are also tri-stated. So if you want to guarantee a Fiend pool, you can do that, or you maybe guarantee a couple of pools.
Yeah, can you do multiple ones and then get 3 and 2 and 3?
You sure can, or you can select them all. You can select 1 as permanent and 3 as tri-state. Any combination you want, you'll get whatever you get. There's a lot of.
How do you do it if you still want like Tia and stuff in there as well? Is that possible to?
No, once alternate is selected, as long as one pool is selected, you are going to get those Fiends will not be there. In the future, I think it'll be an option. It's just the way that it is done right now. It's not just yet, but it is. There's a couple of updates coming to it. It does work at this point, and yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how everyone reacts to the new alt Fiends, because some of them are quite nasty.
Yeah. Well,
once again,
we'll look at them in just a second, but.
Yeah.
Remember, if you want to do it, you have to go to the beta site. So beta.finalfantasyrandomizer.com. Make sure you're up there.
Yep. But the beta is where you can find all of the latest things. I will make one quick note. No Overworld does not work on the beta currently. So if you try it and it gives you an error, and it will, the devs are aware. They are aware. So no need to ping them for that.
It's still beta.
It's still beta. We're still testing a lot of stuff.
Speaking of some other new stuff, though.
Yes, here's our new redesigned wiki.
Yeah, so Darkman's been busy in a couple of ways here. I want to head down really quick, though, and let's see if we can find those alt fiends. Alt fiend guide.
Yep. So now, the reason you see the first few fiends in there is because the nature of how alt fiends are added, they can only have one type and one weakness. So be aware of that if you ever get them by mistake. But they're all
the basics.
Yep. Okay. Now you're gonna get into the bonus fiends. So there's Bicky, there's Bubbles, there's Dr. Un. Yep, there's your Dark Elf. We also have the limited edition really annoying fiends.
TM.
So we have Cope, the Master Vampire.
Way too many to try to name them all, but yeah.
Yep, Matoya's there. One thing I'll point out, there's Mohawk Guy. So you can take on Mohawk Guy. He blocks your path. You finally get a chance to pay back. His weakness is time because he wastes yours.
Really?
But yeah. That is exactly why it was done that way.
The Armadusa, Poison Stone, because he said, I hate you.
Yep. The Armadusa was a Dark Moon edition. He wanted that in there as a shout out to the Medusas of the past.
Yep.
Sarda's in there. Yeah, Sarda's there. You and then you start getting to the Final Fantasy 2. There's a lot of great stuff in there. Adamantos.
And some of these have been here, like Behemoth.
Yeah, Black Knight, Behemoth, Beelzebub, they were already in there to begin with. And yeah, so there's a lot of new stuff in there that you can check out. Again, you're never gonna know what you get. I'm really excited to see these go into action. Some of them are going to probably be a lot more entertaining to watch. I'm really hoping that I can convince Fall League to take this on as a flag set.
You're still in the process of trying to balance some of them too, right? So they
Yeah,
could still be a little bit crazy.
yeah. The only concern we have about that is the consecutive nuclear code.
Yeah.
It could cause the randomizer to make a couple of hiccups, and some of them are just probably really, really overpowered. Some of them
Yeah,
are
a
worse
couple
than
of them
others.
have some skills.
The plague from Final Fantasy IV is the one that I personally think is just utterly nasty. We put a lot of effort into doing that guy, and he was there's your Final Fantasy IV. So there's your ant lion. We put him in there. Balgan, and again, big thank you to Dark Moon for putting in all the work on these fiends. This took a lot of time for him to get them coded properly. Yes, we have the Calabrina. It's there. No, we don't have the little ones. We don't have them yet.
Oh, you guys
The
actually got the
Mint-
Mist Drag? Okay, I
we
didn't
got the
realize you
Mist
got that
Dragon.
in.
Yeah, we put the Mist Dragon in. Everyone was asking. The Dark Elf is there. Yeah, we put a lot of the Evil Wall. Even some of the ones from the remake version, like the Flan Master, the Giga Worm. There's Gilgamesh. That he's still there. Golbaz is in there. We did not add Sandy, Cindy, and Mindy, although that's not a bad idea. That might be on the list.
More
Mom Bomb
things.
is there. Ogopogo, Pale Dim. Yeah, we added a lot. There's Plague. Now, if you look at Plague's list, it's not friendly at all.
Yeah,
It is
Quad X, Brat, Quake. Oh,
all instant death. That's exactly what he was designed for. Was just instant death. Zoom in. We can do that. Yeah, you can get a good look at it there.
Thing.
There you go. So yeah, Quad X, Brat, Quake, Slow 2, Ruse, Rub, Zap, Bane, Poison, Nuclear, Toxic, and Crack. Have fun. Now, remember, they all get shuffled. So you're not going to see that fiend be exactly the way that it's supposed to be.
But you just added how many insta-kills into the pool?
Yep.
Have your ribbon.
Yep. It makes this a lot more difficult to be totally prepared. I still want Rubiconte's leg at it, but we're not there yet. The Shadow D's in there. Skeleminger's already been there.
You could just not turn on the skill shuffle.
Correct.
I mean, that's
correct.
very true.
You could do that, and I think Wyvern. No, Zeromus is the last that we added in for the Final Fantasy IV fiends. So yeah, we've done there's been quite a lot added. There's I think 81 total. So if you want to check it out, the beta website has it all. Give it a look. Give it a shot. It will be, I'm sure, fun for you.
Yeah, fun's the word for it, right?
It is, and as you can see there, we got Dark Moon's brand new wiki. It looks great, I gotta say. For the beginners, there's a huge guide in there now. It's like, what is it? Right there.
I can't remember how many pages it is, but the table of contents, I know it's a little bit small, but you can just kind of see everything that's on here. Basically walks you through the entire game, most of the stuff about it, like anything you need to know, it's all here.
Yep, it's all there. It's all there. I will give a little preview of something that I have been working on, something that a few of the people have asked for. There will be some interesting changes to spell permissions coming in the not too distant future, hopefully, depending on if my code passes muster. It's been tested. It looks like it works, but stay tuned for that. I'm just giving you a little hint, but I'll give you the one that I'm most proud of. There will hopefully soon be a randomizer feature where your knight will be able to learn a random spell slot in level 4. It's always random every time you play. It's always different, but it does give you the chance to learn a level 4 spell to go with that level 4 charge that you never use. Anyways,
never use because 4. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I just totally lost you for a second there. Say it now.
There we go.
Okay.
Yep. It's just
Discord means Discord.
Discord being Discord. Yeah. We've done. There's a lot of work going on in the background. Big shout outs to the dev admins for all the work that they do. I mean, I'm just a coder. That's all I do. I just try to mess with stuff. The real heroes are the ones behind the scenes, approving the changes and making sure we don't totally break the randomizer.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, and to show off a little bit of the wiki here, just so you kind of get an idea of what's going on, because we did do a big change on it, or Dark Moon did a big change on it.
Dark Moon.
The top 4 here, things we want to try to draw attention to. So obviously the documenting the experience is almost always going to be up there. The marathon links, if you know anyone who's interested in it, we'll talk more about it later, but marathon's down here. And then we're going to try to keep some current events going on. So obviously we're in the Derby, and the Lithuanian ladder is currently on. This is going to be your quick link on, hey, I just want to know what's going on here. Lithuanian ladder, I'm good to go. But right underneath it, most of the things you're looking for have been moved to one of these 5 little tabs here. 99% of the time, you're going to be going here to the documentation tab. This has most of the information you're looking for. Hey, where did that map go? Or where did I find the Alt Fiend guide or something? That is under the documentation tab. Events should be pretty self-explanatory. Multiplayer is both co-op and archipelago. And then our sprites, and then the randomizer takes you to our randomizer site, obviously. But head on into documentation, and then here's just kind of the reorganized, resorted out. Where is everything? So hopefully it's a little bit more like user intuitive. You can kind of see where you're looking for. It's like, hey, I want to know something about the map. It's going to be here under maps. Or what was I looking for earlier? Enemies. And what was I looking for? The alt bosses. They're under bosses. So hopefully it's just a little more intuitive on where to go, where to find things. So good luck.
Yeah, I got to give Darkmoon a lot of credit. A lot of work went into that. And at the same time he was doing this, I was bugging about All Fiends. Hey, look at him. He's doing all this duty. And he's making me a new avatar. Look at that. The man
All at the same time.
The man is a workhorse, no question. Yeah, speaking of the Rando Marathon, once again, July 14th to the 16th, the Liam Foundation, we have a great announcement. We have confirmation that Christian, representative from the Liam Foundation, will be on this very show on June 11th to talk about the foundation and all the spectacular work that they do. Be sure to tune in. You don't want to miss that episode. It's going to be great. I'm really, really happy that we were able to get someone on. It's going to be good. I submitted my run to the rando. It hasn't been approved. I don't know if it's going to be approved, and it's going to be a long one for me, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking into one where I think we're going to try to submit it next week. We'll see. But yeah, Awesome. It's going to be another long one.
Thank you, Danny, for linking all the marathon information in the Twitch chat.
Oh yeah. If anyone is interested, or if you know anyone who's interested, we're looking for all kinds of new things. If it's a randomizer, any games, any like showcases you'd like to show, any archipelago things you'd like to do, our deadline is coming up soon. I believe that is the end of next week or 2 weeks.
24th.
So you got
May
2 more weeks basically. Correct.
1 minute before midnight. Get your submissions. Get your submissions in now. I am looking forward to this. I want to make this the best marathon that we have done. I really do, and I am happy to hopefully be a part of it in some form.
Feel free to submit multiple runs. Like if you think, I think this one may be too long, well, submit a shortened run or submit a longer run. It's like, here are 3 options. Use whatever's best for you, type thing. So like, feel free to submit as many as you want. The worst that can happen is, hey, we maybe pick one of them, or hey, awesome, we filled up, and we'll keep you in line or keep you in mind, and maybe come catch you next year or something. So submit things, send it to people, bring things.
Absolutely, there's a lot. I know there's been a lot submitted. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be great. As
submit
Danny
all
has
the
said
runs.
in chat, submit all the runs. We want everything. Give us everything you got.
Make us have to make those decisions. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody has submitted a question to our mailbag, Jay. Can you believe it?
So
somebody asked if
did you know we had a mailbag?
Apparently we do. Somebody has asked if there are any feature strategies or concepts that you and only you have a nickname for. And me and Jay thought about this for quite some time. We weren't exactly sure. I mean,
you want to call it the loop?
Well, I mean, for me, I use the icebox play. Like if I can get to ice early, I go to ice early. I icebox it. I always go to the icebox because there's always something good in the icebox. And if it turns out that the Titan flag for different stuff is on and it's beer, it's even funnier. It works on stew levels.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I always hope that's what it is. It's like a hoagie or something. Oh, I got the hoagie out of the icebox.
There's nothing I really do. Like I do a lot of weird, stupid things, but no real names for them.
I mean, if you're going back, way back to the days of FF1 on the NES on the card itself, I mean, I liked my punch heel blow up party of black belt, white, black, but you can't do that in the randomizer. You can, but you won't win any tournaments doing it.
We'll see. And I remember, like, okay, I would take a thief all the time for our thief fixes, and I'd kind of get not yelled at, but like, oh, why are you taking a thief around? But
well, I mean,
it was the fighter rainbow at that time. But no, I don't have any names for anything. They're boring.
No, well, I mean, I got my icebox play. I like the icebox. That's maybe, I don't know if anyone else calls it that, but I certainly call it that. Yeah, but
well,
I think it's time we do some upcoming events. There's some stuff coming up.
There is, and we got a couple community announcements too to give here in a second. So
we
take us first.
Absolutely do. So the Duck Derby is currently still ongoing. Races at 11 p.m. Eastern on Friday for Group A, and Group B runs Sunday at 11:30 a.m. The next race, I'm pretty sure about this, entrance and floor shuffle. That is going to be an interesting one for the Ducks. It is not a uncommon flag. Just entrance? Okay,
just entrance.
Good.
Okay.
That's good because floor shuffle makes it worse. So yeah, if we take a look at what we have right now, Group A is currently being led by Scarcer, followed by Sorbius, and third place Flurry 14. So those are your top three right now. But bear in mind, if it's the same as it always is, it's only the top two that make it into the finals. Group B leader currently is Golden Shocker, followed by Roger McBain, and in third we have Felician. So yeah, that's another great group to watch. I'm looking forward to the next race. It's different to be on the other side. And as opposed to sweat in the race room. And and the other thing is the ladder. The ladder is started. We've talked about it again today. You can still sign up. You can still run. You can still play in. This first flag set was Aile's favorite, Tripping Through the Multiverse. Thank you, Aile.
Nice.
That was
how many weeks? Did I read that there's 12 weeks of that?
I believe. Let's take a peek here.
I was looking at it earlier this morning, and I just forgot.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay.
6 weeks, but there are two races every week.
That's right. 6
Mondays
flags
and Thursdays.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 flags. Each flag gets done twice. It is randomly selected. Hence why I think this is the 4th flag that Aile had submitted, and it is the current one that we are racing.
And if I recall correctly, it is all 6, and then you'll go through all 6, and then restart all 6 and go through them again in a random order. So you won't play like week 4 5 times.
No. I believe
each one gets done twice.
Yeah, he rolls in a room, and if he gets the number, he gets the number. So yeah, by all means, you can still sign up. You can still run them. It's a very interesting concept this year. I'm a fan of it. The flags, maybe, kind of, sort of, a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, and I'm going to tease a few upcoming events and one or two that may want to listen to here a little bit. But we should be about a week away, maybe 2, from getting some some bingo stuff out this year. So hopefully, like Budge kind of said, we're in the middle of working on it. If you're interested in bingo at all, hopefully some information will be coming out soon. And they are trying to get a bingo going on the marathon. So if you're interested at all in bingo, kind of learning what's going on with it, ping someone on the Discord, let us know. I believe there's a marathon bingo channel in the marathon chat. Say something in there. We'd love to teach you how to play it. Bingo is kind of a fun, crazy way to play this game. In addition, I'd say we're probably a couple weeks out from getting some co-op stuff ready to go. So we'll kind of see where that's going on. And something going on in the background. I'm just going to say one little thing here. You maybe want to watch out for some people who have done well in tournaments in the past. You might have something coming your way. All I'm going to say right now.
Somebody has a secret, apparently.
Somebody has a secret. I don't know who would have a role called Somebody Has a Secret. Shush.
It's not the same guy that has the not on the committee role, is it?
No, actually.
I know. It's not that individual, but he does exist. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the secret thing up your sleeve is. That's just very interesting.
And then our final thing, and here when we finish in just a few moments, we are actually kind of hosting a Sister Communities tournament right now. So whenever we finish up with this stream, we'll be going on and rating our Final Fantasy Randomizer 2 channel that is hosting, let's see, what is it? Final Fantasy V Career Day. So, and they're doing a bingo tournament over there. And so it is the Spring Triplets Bingo Tournament. There's 8 people in it. They're currently in round 1. Looks like, I've got it pulled up over here, they're about 35 minutes in or so, and it looks like there's still quite a bit of game left on it. So hang on, you'll be able to see it here in a little bit. Each round is apparently a best of 3, and each race has a different setting with it. So if you're interested in Final Fantasy V Career Day at all, go on over, check them out, or just hang out here, and we'll be rating that channel in just a few moments. But Oslato.
Well,
week 5.
We have come to the end of another show. We will be back again next week. Are we gonna go with maybe our old buddy DM? Is he gonna come on and do some art for us? Maybe.
I mean, we haven't told him about it, but I think we probably could.
We ping. He's aware of what we're up to.
Yeah, usually.
So yeah, we'll be back. Again, the mailbag still pinged in the Power Hour channel. If you got questions for us, if you got questions for the guests, like I said, pretty sure it's gonna be Dark Moon next week, but we will let you know if anything changes. But yeah,
and then the week after that, we already have figured out. We'll talk it to next week, but there may be another secret coming on up through. So
yes, we do have.
I'm not going to spoil that one. It's not mine to say yet, but it's going to be some fun stuff coming.
Both myself and Jay are aware of this, but it is not ours to tell. But yes, we do have. In 2 weeks' time, there will be a special announcement on this channel. You got to tune in to see it. It's going to be, I think it's going to go over really well. I'm looking forward to this.
Amazing. I'm so ready.
It's going to be amazing. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy this is actually a thing. Because it's going to be great. But yeah, by all means, stick around. We got at least another 2 weeks of guests coming up. Until they pull the plug on us, we will be back. I promise you that. Yeah. We want to, once again, thank our guest, Budgemano, for being on. We want to thank all of you lovely people for showing up and supporting the channel and the community. And as Jay said, we will soon be cutting over to Final Fantasy Randomizer 2 for the FF5 Bingo Career Day. So, with that, I am Osloto. This is Jay Scheidel, and I will see you in the next episode.
Bye.